Okay, good evening, everybody. We're going to do a little demo on how to download Packet Tracer for yourselves. Sign up, get yourself a username for your account, so we can continue on with the rest of the semester with online learning and using a network simulator so that we can get some work done. It's a great tool. I use it in my not only in my current classrooms but in my businesses as well. So I'm just going to hop onto the old Google machine. I'm going to look up Packet Tracer. Learn how to type. Go to the networking simulation tool. I'm not going to log in here. I'm going to enroll to download a Packet Tracer. Sign up today using English. Okay. Now I'm into the self-enroll piece here. So I'm going to come in. I'm going to say my name is Michael Bridgehouse. And I'm going to send it to msbridge@hack.edu. I'm going to say that I'm actually over the age of 13. Better get my calculator out to do this one here. So they send an activation to my hack email. So I'm going to open up a new tab. Pause that. All right, as you can see, I've already completed the activation through my hack mail. Now all I got to do is sign in using my hack email address. Go ahead and we'll fill out the rest of our form here that they want to know. So go ahead and fill out all that information, then we'll restart our video. All right, as you can see now, I have created my account. It has put me into an introduction to Packet Tracer 0320, which is a class to help you learn how to use Packet Tracer itself. It's a very informative tutorial. I require all my other students to work on that. If you want to learn more, if you're planning on doing security, or if you're planning on moving on in the C&T program, I would suggest highly that each and every one of you go through the introduction to Packet Tracer. You'll click Launch Course. From in here, you have the ability then to launch the course, and you also have a link for student resources. In the student resources page, you then have the ability to scroll down and download and install the latest version of Packet Tracer. Okay. So go ahead and select that link. You will then be prompted or sent to the Packet Tracer resources page. You can choose if you want to do PC your desktop or mobile. Packet Tracer desktop or mobile. You have a 64 and 32-bit versions. If you don't know what you have, the easiest way to find out would be to right-click your Start button and choose System. Most all Windows 10 versions are 64-bit. Okay. And you would see here that you've got your system type right here is 64-bit. After you choose your resources, you come down here. You have 711, 7.3 is actually out right now. So go ahead and choose the 7.3. And you want to get the Packet Tracer 730 Win64 setup.exe file. Select that link. You'll be prompted. Go ahead and choose Save. After that is done downloading, we'll restart our video. After it's been downloaded, you go to your Downloads folder. You will see you have your Packet Tracer file right here. Go ahead and double click it. Go ahead and choose to accept the agreement. Go ahead and choose, unless you have specified otherwise, go ahead and choose the defaults that we're running through here. And then go ahead and complete your Packet Tracer install. When this is done installing, we'll rejoin our video. All right, as you can see here, the Packet Tracer has finished installing. I have a checkbox on here to go ahead and launch the Cisco Packet Tracer. I choose Finish. You got a prompt that you're running Packet Tracer for the first time. Packet Tracer will save your user files in the following folder. It's going to be under your user directory and who you are, and then into their own Packet Tracer folder. You can change the options and settings at any time. Choose OK. It'll open up Packet Tracer for the first time for you. Okay. Go ahead and choose to allow Packet Tracer, allow access to your firewall, to your Windows firewall. Okay. You'll once again be redirected to prompted. This is important that you always use this piece here. So you're going to go in, log in, using the username that you created. And it brings us up to an empty blank window. Another thing that's very important that we want to do here is you always want to make sure that when we are logged into Packet Tracer, before we start any Packet Tracer exercises, whatever, we always want to make sure that when we go up here to our options, okay, see our user profile here? See where it says guest? You always want to make sure that it is your name. So for example, Mike. You don't need to put your email address in there, right? What that'll do is it'll set this Packet Tracer up under my username. So if I'm doing a Packet Tracer as for example, for a test, if your instructor gives you a graded Packet Tracer that you have to complete, you want to set it up under your username and not guess. One of the reasons being is it prevents people from using your Packet Tracer file. If they were to get a hold of your Packet Tracer, let's say that you dropped your flash drive, nobody would be able to submit your work in that case. I have actually already graded Packet Tracers in the past where student's name was Bob and it's a congratulations David on your Packet Tracer. So you want to make sure you always have your work. Now down here, in this shelf down here, we have network devices, end user devices. We have different components that we could put on our shelves. We have our cabling. Okay. So right now, these are all the network devices that we have listed. These are our routers. And here at the bottom, I have my switches, hubs, which we don't use anymore. These are my wireless devices, security devices, firewalls, and WAN emulation devices. And devices, I have PCs, laptops, servers. My different types of cable are here. And we'll give you a brief tutorial here and show you how to use some of this stuff. So for example, if I wanted to build a basic network, for example, for my my CNT 120 class, where they have to build a basic network just to get connectivity to work, I would want to put a switch right here in the middle. Basic network says, let's put a PC here and a PC over here. I select the lightning bolt, and I'm going to use this solid line here. You'll notice when I have my mouse over top of the line here, down on the bottom, it'll tell you what type of cable it is based on where my mouse is scrolling over. So I want a straight through copper cable. I select the icon one time, choose Fast Ethernet, that's where I'm going to plug it into. And I come up here, I'm going to drop this thing into my switch, and we'll plug it into port number 1. I'm going to do the same thing down here, grab a cable, plug it into my PC1, drop that into Fast Ethernet 2. Basically creating my own little network here. You'll see I don't have green lights up here yet. I can fast forward time here. Now I have lights across the whole board. Now if I wanted to, say, add an IP address to PC0, I would select the icon, this interface here would come up. Go into my desktop. The desktop gives me the opportunity to do IP configuration, maybe set up a modem. What if I wanted to set up a terminal emulator? I could click on that right there, or even my command prompt here. Or if I even wanted to set up an internet browser, I could set that up here. So first thing I want to do is I have to do the basics and give myself an IP address. So we'll say 192.168.1.10. As with Windows, it puts the subnet mask in automatically for me. If I was going out to the internet, I would need to have a default gateway, which since I'm not going out to the internet off of my switch, I don't need a default gateway or a DNS server. All I want to do is create a basic connectivity to get out and over to the other computer. So let's go ahead and close out of that. Let's set up the other computer. It's nice and simple. Same thing, desktop, IP configuration. We'll use a static IP address. We'll go 192.168.1.11. Has to be different than the other device. And we'll close out of that. Now I come back over here to PC1. I'm going to go to my command prompt. Looks familiar, looks just like a Windows command prompt. And I want to do a ping, simple connectivity test to 192.168.1.11. Device across the other side. And as you can see, I am actually pinging that device. And I could do the same thing the other direction if I wanted to. I could ping to 192.168.1.10. And as you can see, we are pinging across our network. And that is a very, very brief but easy tutorial on how to use Packet Tracer, how to set it up, download it, and enroll into Cisco's Packet Tracer tutorial. Hope you found this informative. For those of you who will be taking your midterms in the upcoming weeks, you're going to need to know how to do this basic piece, and you should already have it programmed onto your system. And with that, I bid you a good day.